I've been sewing since I was a little girl. I started sewing, making doll clothes. Our mother, my sister Pat and I started sewing doll clothes when we were little girls. My mother sewed clothes and curtains and just really encouraged us at the sewing machine. And then we continued to sew our own clothes in high school and started to do kind of crafting things that eventually turned into quilting. I first learned about Bernina probably at some of the quilt conferences that I was attending. I had used other machines starting out and started to do machine quilting and machine applique and really needed a machine that could give me the best results. And a lot of the classes that I was taking in the late 80s, early 90s were Bernina sponsored classrooms, and I just fell in love with the Bernina. I bought my first Bernina, the 1090, in the early 90s and have never looked back. Just still have that. That's still a great machine. Well, I think that Berninas just do such a great job in every aspect of what I do. All of the features, I can't even begin to list, in what I do, how important some of the features are on the Bernina. Free motion quilting, the actual darning foot I use is just superior to anything else that's out there. I do a lot of free motion quilting with what I call the traditional darning foot. I started before the BSR, which is, also just a really great feature. But I'm so comfortable with that open toe foot on the Bernina for free motion quilting. I do a lot of machine applique, and when I teach in the classroom with machine applique, I have to stop myself from saying every 10 minutes, this is a feature that's only on the Bernina that, it makes it really great, altered stitch memory, just so many things, the freehand system, all of that just makes what I do so much easier in the work I do, but also in teaching the techniques and making it easier for the student. So I just love the Bernina. What does Bernina mean to me? I just like the whole philosophy in the company itself. I think, the family-owned business that, they take such pride in what they do with their machines. I mean, that is so important. The whole ambassador program for those of us that are out there teaching nationally, to help us become always familiar with new products with Bernina. So I think it's how they embrace their ambassadors, their dealers, just the whole focus of the company, that forward thinking, always looking for the, what the newest, the most innovative, going back to, I think, the BSR, the bigger arm area for machine quilting on the home sewing machine, every year it's like, oh, they thought of something new again, and I think that's what Bernina means to me, is that, that they're always, they're not settling for just, okay, we've done this, we can just, rest on those laurels. They're always wanting to push it to another level, and I think that's what Bernina means to me, so. One of the things I really enjoy about being a Bernina Ambassador is the relationship with other ambassadors and sort of the diversity that's in that group. I'm very focused on what I do in the quilt world with, machine quilting, machine applique, but to get a chance to see other things going on, the blogging world, the embroidery world, it really opens our eyes and makes us also want to grow and try different things. You tend to teach the same things and you get a little stagnant, and this really, already today I've got great ideas that I hadn't thought of, and so that's what I think is a great thing about the Ambassador program. I also like it because I teach at a lot of conferences, and hopefully it gets me teaching in the Bernina classrooms, because that's, just so great. So.